Why do humans fear change even when they know it is good? Imagine standing at the edge of a new beginning. A better job opportunity, a healthier lifestyle, a relationship you know you should leave, a dream you want to pursue. Logically, you understand the benefits. You can see the improvement. You even tell yourself, this will be good for me. And yet something inside resists. Your chest tightens, your thoughts slow down, doubts appear, you hesitate. Why? Because knowing something is good is a rational conclusion, but fear is emotional, and emotion often speaks louder than logic. At the heart of our fear of change is one powerful instinct: survival. The human brain evolved in environments where uncertainty could mean danger. The unfamiliar might hide threats. The unknown could cost your life. So the brain developed a bias towards stability. Familiar equals safe. Predictable equals controllable. Even if your current situation is uncomfortable, it is known. And the known feels manageable. Change, on the other hand, introduces uncertainty, and uncertainty activates the brain's alarm system. The amygdala, the part responsible for detecting threats, does not carefully analyze whether the change is positive or negative. It simply reacts to novelty. New equals unpredictable. Unpredictable equals risk. So your body prepares for danger, even when the danger is a promotion, a new city, or personal growth. There is also the fear of loss hidden inside change. Every change, even a positive one, involves letting go of something. Old habits, old identity, old comfort. Humans are deeply attached to what they know. Psychologists call this the status quo bias, our tendency to prefer things to stay the same simply because they are familiar. Even if the current state is not ideal, it has one powerful advantage: it is predictable. Another hidden factor is identity. We build stories about who we are. I am this type of person. This is my path. This is how my life works. Change threatens that narrative. If you move to a new career, who are you now? If you lose weight, how do you see yourself? If you leave a long relationship, how do you redefine your story? Growth often requires releasing an old version of yourself, and that can feel like losing a part of your identity. There is also the fear of failure. When you stay the same, outcomes are familiar. When you change, the result is uncertain. What if you try and fail? What if you regret it? What if you are not capable enough? Sometimes we prefer a guaranteed mediocre comfort over a risky possibility of something better. It sounds irrational, but emotionally, it makes sense. Comfort zones are not always comfortable. They are simply predictable. You may complain about your job, but you know how each day will unfold. You may dislike your routine, but you understand it. The brain interprets predictability as control, and control reduces anxiety. Change removes that illusion of control. There is also social influence. When you change, the people around you may react. Some may resist. Some may question your decisions. Humans are social beings. Belonging matters deeply. If growth threatens belonging, the brain sees it as danger. So sometimes we stay small to stay accepted. Ironically, many of the things we fear before change rarely happen in reality. The mind exaggerates risk. It creates worst-case scenarios. It magnifies discomfort. This is called impact bias, our tendency to overestimate how negative future events will feel. We imagine change will be overwhelming, when in reality, humans adapt remarkably quickly. Think about major life transitions: moving to a new city, starting a new job, ending a relationship. At first, the anxiety is intense, but weeks later, it becomes normal. The brain rewires. The unfamiliar becomes familiar. What once felt terrifying becomes routine. The fear was temporary. The growth remains. There is a powerful truth hidden here. Fear of change is not a sign that the change is wrong. Often, it is a sign that the change matters, that it touches something meaningful, that it stretches you beyond your current limits. The brain's job is to keep you safe, not to make you fulfilled. Safety and fulfillment are not always the same. Staying where you are may feel safe, but it can quietly erode potential. Growth requires stepping into uncertainty. It requires tolerating discomfort long enough for the new reality to stabilize. The most successful and emotionally resilient people are not those who feel no fear. They feel it deeply, but they understand it. They recognize that fear is often a reaction to uncertainty, not a reliable signal of danger. So the real question becomes, Are you choosing stability because it serves you or because it feels familiar? Change will always carry anxiety. That is part of being human. But on the other side of that anxiety often lies expansion, a wider identity, a stronger self, a life more aligned with who you are becoming. The mind whispers, stay where it's safe. Growth whispers, step forward. And the space between those two voices, a life more aligned with who you are becoming. The mind whispers, stay where it's safe. Growth whispers, step forward. And the space between those two voices is where transformation begins.